Going on, guys? Just a little update. Sorry I haven't been able to post very many videos. It's been a while. Been waiting on parts, waiting on ignition system, completely changing it over. So finally got all my parts in, started putting the motor together, and got the new timing gears on. The cam is in. Got my heads back from the machine shop. They're like super clean. So, trying to roll around here. Whenever I took my heads to the machine shop, I believe it was this cylinder and then number 6 cylinder on the other side. In between, the intake and exhaust valves were cracked, so they were able to fix that, resurface the heads, make sure all of this was still good and resurfaced. I got my double comp cam valve springs put in. I went ahead and used the factory rocker arms because the ones that I ordered didn't really look that good compared to stock. It looked perfect. So I got the new comp cam lifters in. So now I am just going through and cleaning. Took my engine mount brackets off, painting those. I still got to redo that seal on my oil filter. And that'll be about it. And then I got to clean up the carburetor. The carburetor mount that goes onto the intake, I got to clean that up. That's got to be sanded and polished on the inside. I made an EGR delete plate, which, glad I picked that up because I still got to paint it. Now, whenever you're doing this, there's my plate. Whenever you're doing what I'm doing, you have to completely get rid of everything because I'm getting rid of the computer and the EGR and the EVAP and smog pump. It just fits over that. Just to make that look smoother, I might cut the bolts down a little bit more. So, there's that. But yeah, sorry for the delay on the update on this. I've just been waiting on parts. Oh yeah, and on the ignition system and transmission system on this vehicle, 85 Ford Ranger with the 2.8, it has all of that stupid wiring, but the transmission is actuated by the computer. And if you're wanting to do what I'm doing with the DuraSpark, you go get the GM, well, back up. What the electronic system does is tells the torque converter when to kick in. And since I don't have the computer anymore, I'm actually going to get, I'm still waiting on the part to come in, the GM, which is a vacuum actuated solenoid that tells the torque converter when to kick in and when to, turn off. So I'm waiting on that part to come in, and that just connects to the back of this tree right here coming off of the carburetor plate. And then the factory distributor ran off of the computer right here, which controls that little wire right there, your spark advance. Now I'm going to a vacuum actuated spark advance, and that's already all here. So since all that is here, that's ready to be dropped in. Waiting on a motor mount to come in, and I've got a little bit more prep and building to do on that. I got to go through and readjust all the valves since the valve job. So readjust all of that, put everything back together and drop her in once everything comes together. And also went through, and you had all of this junk right here, which is your smog pump. It had all these hoses and everything. Went in, and you had a pipe that went in right there that ran to the back side of the other manifold. Got that all welded up, this pipe went from the top side of the motor, well, top side of the smog pump, down to this and fed it back into the exhaust after the Y on that. So I just had that welded up, and so that gets rid of my smog pump completely. I'm just going to leave the O2 sensor stuck in the exhaust. I'm not even going to run it. What else have I done? That's about it. It's a lot though. It's taken 2 months just to get parts, and I'm still waiting on parts. I've had to go through and get a 1976 F100 distributor module, coil. Well, not a 76 coil. You can run any coil you want. I'm still waiting on cap and rotor. I had to run in a 1976 F100, I think 280, 293, something like that, carburetor, because the original carburetor was electronic, so I went through and done all that. Just realized I have 2 more things to paint. I got to paint my oil pan, and I got to paint the EGR delete plate that I made. If anybody's wanting to do it, all I did was run down to Home Depot, and I got this 1.5 by 3/16 bar plain steel, and just cut it out of that and formed it. Traced the EGR gasket, put that back, drilled the holes out, blah 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 blah. I'm pretty sure if you're going this far, you know how to do that. Yeah, I think that's about all I've done so far. I wish I could do a time-lapse video of me taking this thing apart, putting it back together, but I don't have the camera set up for that because I'm doing it off of my phone. So there's been a lot that's been put into this motor. I'm running Seal Power push rods. So I think there's a dog in here. So yeah. Alright guys, so if y'all like it, give me a like, subscribe. Be sure to hit the little bell if y'all want to see some more videos. I'll have this thing up and running in probably another week. So y'all have a good one.